Let's go. Class!
Yes.
That's super weak. It really was. All right, for those people that are actually paying attention and trying to follow along, I appreciate you. If you're not, you know what? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on the video later on. So let's go ahead and do this. So this is the free response, which you're going to be taking this Friday, which is coming up real soon. Now, for this one right here, it says points A and B on opposite sides of a, was that lunar crater? Yeah, lunar crater. Point C is 45 meters from the point A. Measure of angle BAC is 111 degrees. That's going to be my angle A, or capital A there. So what is the measure of angle ACB? I'm sorry, and the measure of angle ACB is 43. It's right here in the photo. What is the width of the crater? So width of the crater is going to be what letter? C? Is that big C or little c? Little c. So I'm going to put that for little c, right? There we go. Little c. Now, what law am I going to use here? Is it sine or cosine? Law of sine. What do I have to use law of sine? A pair. Do I have a pair? I don't, but can I find it? I can find it. Why? All three angles in a triangle add up to 180. Very good. So do the math to give me angle B right now. 68? Okay. I don't think it's 68. 180 minus. Okay. 43 minus 26? Okay, there we go. So 26 degrees.
That's for B?
Yes, that's going to be B. That's where I put it right there for angle B. All right, so we're going to use that. Now do I have a pair? I have my pair of B's. So I'm going to set up law of sine. So that's going to be 45 over sine of 26 degrees is equal to my little c over sine of big C, which is 43 degrees. And we're going to go through, do our cross products. So I'm going to do all the steps on this one because this is the review for the free response. I want you to show all your steps. Because when I've been watching and coming around checking people's work, you've been making mistakes because you try and jump straight to the answer. Okay? Right here, cross products is going to be 45 sine of 43 degrees is equal to c times the sine of 26. Divide both sides by sine 26. And then these cross out. So I got c by itself. So c is equal to 45 sine 43 divided by sine 26. It's 27?
No, 7.
Oh, the answer is 7. Okay.
7.
So you put that in the calculator?
Yes, you put that in the calculator. Now, let's pretend like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to look at the calculator. What's the key thing you have to make sure in the calculator?
Degrees.
Degrees. It has to be in degrees. No matter how many times you tell me it's not right, it has to be in degrees. Did it get dark in here? Because I'm trying to throw shade over there. So is it just going to be just exactly 7? 7.0?
70.
70.
Yes.
70. That's it?
Yeah.
What are my units? Meters. How do I know it's meters?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it actually says 45 meters in the instructions.
This is a really stupid question, but why did you know to use that?
Do I have a pair? Did I have a pair?
Oh, like a little A.
Big and little. To use law of, yes, we do.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, little C.
Yes. So we're looking for little c. Now a pair is I have big and little of that angle inside, right? I had, just using subtraction, I was able to find big B. But I already have little b. So we have big and little b. So that is a pair. That is says I'm using law of sine.
Okay, so if you have a pair, it's a side.
Yes. And we had to do one extra step to get there, but we're there.
That's what that is for.
All right, so next one, satellite. A communication satellite is directly above the extension of a line between receiving towers A and B. It is determined for radio signals that the angle of elevation from tower A is 88.9. Okay, that's going to be right here, straight up to there. And B, tower B, 87.7. So now, there's a slight issue. This is on the outside for A. That's on the outside of A.
Oh, it's not like the angle.
Yeah, that's not. So this is on the outside. That's why it's in the diagram here on the outside. What do I know that all of this right here has to add up to be? 180. Very good. So these are going to be supplementary, if you remember that term, supplementary. So this, to get the other side, I'm going to subtract from 180. Very good. So subtract from 180 to get that value.
180 minus 88.9.
Yes. I get what? 91.1. There you go. 91.1 degree right there. And, okay, A and B are 664 kilometers apart. How far is the satellite from A? So, we're looking for right over here. If you can see the question mark, right? Can you see the question mark here on yours? So right here, what letter is that supposed to be?
Little b.
Very good. That one's supposed to be little b.
Wait, Pacho, the 664, that's the little c, right?
Yes, that will be little c. Thank you. So yes, up here at the satellite is big C. The satellite's over here at big C, right? And then down here at the bottom is little c.
Well, how do you get that 91.1? Subtracted it from 180.
Yes. Because this is on the outside of my triangle. See how the angle is right here? This is on the outside. This is over here. I need the inside of the triangle. So the inside of the triangle has to be there. So do you see that? So that's why it's 91.1 here. Because they have to add up to 180. Now, can I solve for big C here?
Yes.
Yes. How do I solve for big C?
You take the little b and the big, yeah.
Subtract it from 180, right? Subtract the B and the A from 180. So I do 180 minus 87.7 minus 91.1. And that's going to give me my big C. Yep. It's tiny, right? It's a satellite.
Yeah.
If you look up in the sky, can you actually see the satellite itself? You can see a light, but you really can't even see the satellite. So that's how far it is up there. So it's 1.2 degrees, right?
That's for c.
Yep, that one's big C. Yes? Okay, good. So from here, do I now have a pair?
Yes.
Which pair do I have?
C.
I have both C's, so let's use that. So it's going to be 664 over sine of 1.2 is equal to little b over sine of 87.7 degrees.
I thought we were using C. Oh, we're looking for B. Sorry. So you just put C's angles at the bottom?
Huh?
Right? You put big C's angle next to sine?
Do you remember what the law of sine looks like?
No, I didn't. No, I
No, seriously, do you,
don't know.
do you remember or no? I'll write it on here if you need it.
No, I don't.
Okay, so it looks like this. So in this case that we're using, it's little c over sine of big C is equal to little b over sine of big B. So that's the one we're using here. And if I was using A's, it would say little a over sine of big A.
Okay.
Does that make better sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cross products again. So I should get 664 sine of 87.7 degrees is equal to b sine of 1.2 degrees. Divide both sides by sine of 1.2 degrees. There we go, those cross out. So you're plugging this in the calculator, right? And it should be well over 1,000.
Yeah. 3,000 or 31,000.
31680.4. And what are my units? Yes, kilometers. Yes, because your mom is from? Yes, they refer to as kilometers there. We say it as kilometers. Because it's actually, the prefix is kilo. So like a kilogram. Yeah, so yeah, the prefix, but we just say, I don't know. I guess we're lazy here. All right, so, huh?
Aluminium.
Aluminium? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, this one was kind of jacky.
All right, so what's the first thing you should do if you see a problem like this?
Draw a triangle.
Draw a triangle, and it says solve the triangle, so that means I need all sides and all angles. So, start by drawing a triangle. A, B, and C. So big B is 74.8 degrees. Little a is 8.919. Little c is down here, right here. It is 6.427.
That's little C. Yeah.
That is little c. All right, I'm going to pause the recording for a second because this is annoying me. All right, sorry, I had to do calibration. All right, so look at what we have right here. Where are these sides and angles located at? What type of triangle do I have here?
Side angle side.
Side angle side, very good. We do have side angle side. Side angle side because they're all touching each other. They're all touching, that's why I go in that order. Because they're touching each other. Side angle side. So now, if it's side angle side, what formula do I use? Or even better, can I use law of sine?
No,
Why?
because you don't have any.
I don't have any pairs, right? And since I only have one angle, I can't use subtraction to get my other angles.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to use law of cosine here. So using law of cosine, which one are we going to solve for first?
You have a big eraser? Here, eraser.
Which one are we going to solve for? Nope. Law of cosine. What are we solving for?
Little b.
It is little b. Very good. It is little b.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In law of cosine, because if you remember the formulas, it always goes ABC, right? And so if I have big B, that means I'm solving for little b. So I will write out the formula for you so you can see this. So it's going to be b. Little b is equal to the square root of a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine of big B. That is the formula for this. And it doesn't require you texting to do it, unless you're texting your mom.
I have a question. So I'll do the
Yeah.
and where did this come from? It's like where is the sine of a square,
That's angles. That's the angles. If you're solving for a large, like a big letter, an angle, you would use that. Right now we're solving for a side, which is a little bit. Okay?
So it's law of cosine because of the side.
Huh?
It's law of cosine because of the side.
It's law of cosine because I can't do law of sines. Law of cosine depends on what I have, what's given to me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're using this one, and since it was given to me in the form of side, angle, side, I could use that. Now, let's go ahead, yes.
Never mind.
Okay, let's go ahead and start plugging in what I have. Since I'm solving for little b, it's going to be little b is equal to the square root of a, which is 8.919 closed square plus 6.427 closed square minus 2 times 8.919 6.427 cosine of 74.8 close. Alright, there we go. So yeah, my root just, took a turn. And we plug it in. What'd you get?
9.5.
9.5? Okay, that's good. So now I have, this is going to be 9.5. That's going to be 9.5. Do I want to use law of sines or do I want to use law of cosine to find my A and C? Because I got to find big A and big C. Yes?
I don't know, but for the 6.42, did you forget the 7? Or is it like that?
No, there is a 7 in there. I'm sorry. It's just I'm trying to, there. Yes?
Can't you do the inverse one?
Yeah,
And then do
yeah.
it with the parentheses?
Yep.
That
We're
one-
going to do that. Yeah, that one's law of cosine also.
That one is.
Yeah, that one's easier to get this. Law of cosine is so much easier to find your angles. To use law of cosine, I have to have all three sides to find our missing angle, and I'm going to use that. So we're going to solve for A, so I'm going to go ahead and write out the formula for this. Now, slightly off screen right now. And I'm going to change color here. So my formula for A, so capital A is going to be, from my formula, it's inverse cosine of, do you guys recall how this goes?
It's, so if that's A, then it's B.
A,
No, A. Oh yeah, A squared minus B squared minus C squared. And then it's over -2, and then it's BC.
BC, very good, good job. So, that's the formula, that's for the angles. And it's a lot easier to do this than to do the other route. Because I hate using law of sine, I really do. Because this, you could just plug it in and just one step, yes.
Wait, law of sine, how would that be if we used it?
Okay, do we have a pair?
Yeah.
We
it's
have
that long
pair
one.
B's, yes, with cross products.
Yeah.
Are you giving us a reference sheet for this as well?
Yes. So I'm printing off the reference sheet, and it's actually going to have these on there because I changed it from the previous reference sheet you guys had. It didn't have it in this form. It had, like, I think it said squared or something like that. Anyway, I did change it. So anyway, plug those in right now with your A, B, and C. Because I know y'all are doing your work while you're supposed to, right? And so what do we get for big A? 9.5? I don't like big A.
No, that's not.
Oh yeah, no, that's the side. That's what we had for the previous one. We're doing this one now. What'd you get? 64.7 degrees. Has anyone else verified that yet?
64. Well, it'd be 0.8.
0.8?
Yeah, just round it.
Okay.
Can we round it up or not?
Sure. Is it supposed to round up?
Yes.
There we go. All right.
If we don't round, is it wrong?
No, it's just your numbers are going to be slightly. If you show your work and you're not like you rounded something else, if you show your work, I'll give you full points on that. But I have people that don't want to show any work and have something that's wrong. I can't give credit if you don't show work for what you're doing. Now, how would the formula go if I'm going to do big C?
Watch out, if you just.
Yeah,
How did I get 81.92?
I don't know. Same thing, right? Ms. Cheeks?
You just subtract it.
Very good. Subtract them both from 180. Subtract the 74.8 and the 64.8 from 180, and that's going to give you your answer for C. Who's waiting? Thought I heard a wait.
Thank you. Yeah, can you say it again?
All three angles in a triangle add up to what?
180.
So using that, could I find my third one? By subtracting these two from 180. Yep. Do it. Do it, yes.
Is it more? Wait. So technically, if you wanted, couldn't you do the cosine?
Yeah, you could do that too.
It's either or. Okay.
But
That's easy.
it might be easier. I like doing the easiest route. I do. What'd you get? 40.4? You guys agree? Now, do I have all the sides and all the angles? Say yes. We have all the sides, we have all the angles, everything's in there. Now, that's how you solve the triangle. We have 3 sides, 3 angles, and then you're good to go. Does that make sense? All right. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here. So let's like, share, and subscribe. Yes.
I do have one question for like number 1. Like
Yeah.
Small thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know how it's like these say ACB, or like on some of the equations it'll say find side AB. Isn't that just saying?
AB. If AB, that would be little c.
So yeah. So
Yeah, in geometry, we learned that notation.
So really, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So if we see it, just kind of like look at it.
Yeah.